Hello, everybody, and welcome to Final Take. I'm Michael Scott, and boy, do I have a great show lined up for you guys today. Apparently, it's party time in Dallas. There was a reported house party this past weekend. Just ask Dak Prescott and Zeke Elliot. The police were involved and may have dropped the ball. So we're going to bring you all that today on Final Take. We're going to dive right in. Let's get it going, baby. So, TMZ reported that Dallas Cowboys quarterback Dak Prescott hosted a birthday party over the weekend for a friend. During that party, it was estimated that a total peak number of 30 guests, including running back Zeke Elliot, were in attendance. Now, photos were obtained by TMZ showing Zeke and the other guests not practicing social distancing, which shows people in attendance not separated by at least 6 feet of space. The Prosper Police Department responded to the report. However, police said they were unable to verify whether Prescott was violating social distancing guidelines during the party. According to the Fort Worth Star-Telegram, Assistant Chief Scott M. Brewer said the Prosper Police Department did respond to the Prescott residence after receiving a report of a potential party. The officer was unable to verify a report of a party. Therefore, he just reminded the residents of the current CDC guidelines to include social distancing. Now, when I first heard this, my initial reaction was, this is a very bad look for the Dallas Cowboys and their two franchise players in Dak Prescott and Zeke Elliot. In my opinion, it's very irresponsible, and honestly, it's careless, reckless, and worst of all, immature. And it definitely brought some questions to mind, right? The first one that kept running back and forth through my conscience that I just couldn't get over is, what type of message does this send to America as well as those being affected by COVID-19? Currently, we're in the midst of a worldwide epidemic, and apparently Dak Prescott and Zeke Elliot are either unaware, which I don't know how you could be at this point, right? Or they simply do not care. This party by these Cowboys sends the wrong message. Point blank, period. Instead of being role models and leading by example regarding social distancing practices, these two are sending the message that, one, athletes are above the law, and two, they don't take COVID-19 very seriously. And honestly, they should. Because with over 115,000 confirmed worldwide deaths as of this Monday morning, it's clear the virus is something not to be taken lightly. Our lives have changed over the past 4, 5, 6 weeks. We've been stuck in our homes. We can no longer go do the things we used to do. And everybody at this point, or most people, are doing the necessary things they need to stop this curve and restrict this virus from spreading and affecting more people. We're starting to get a little bit of a handle on it, which is nice, but we're not there yet. Now, every state has implemented specific guidelines in dealing with the pandemic, yet these athletes are partying like rock stars with absolutely no respect for the powers that be. There's reports of nurses, doctors, grocery store workers, fast food delivery drivers, and first responders all risking their lives on a daily basis by potentially contracting the coronavirus in order to keep this world moving and keep feeding people and continuing to care medically for people that are having issues. And these two are out here throwing parties, living it up. It's my belief that their actions encourage people, specifically young fans, to view the virus as non-serious, which is wrong. This is a serious issue. There are so many people being affected by this, it's not even funny. Even young children are testing positive and being affected by this virus. This morning, I was looking on Facebook. A good friend of mine's son had 104-degree fever and was showing all the symptoms of COVID-19. That beautiful young lady, she's currently at the hospital in Indiana waiting for a confirmation of her son's test. She and her family are in our thoughts and prayers, and we wish them nothing but the best. But honestly, this report of these guys partying, it makes me sick. Now, by looking at TMZ's photos, it's obvious that this party happened. So the second question really was, why are the police not holding these violators accountable? The chief's comments are very disturbing. Obviously, the police officers are Cowboy fans. As a public official, it's the officer's job to hold people accountable and uphold the law. They're here for our safety. They're here to protect and to serve. Now, letting these NFL players off with a verbal is a complete failure to execute a responsible response for what is currently an unlawful gathering. If you don't hold these guys accountable in Prosper, Texas, what's to say there won't be more parties popping up throughout your jurisdiction? Then what? Who's to say this isn't going to cause more star athletes or more young individuals across the nation with bad judgment to throw parties of the same? Well, Dak and Zeke got away with it. Why shouldn't we do it? Or they didn't get in trouble. What's the chances we're actually going to get in trouble? Those are the questions that start playing on people's minds. And really, they're questions that shouldn't even be coming to fruition, really, at this point. We should be hunkering down, distancing ourselves, and staying safe while we get through this. We got to nip this thing in the butt because the economy is going to crash. People are going broke. Many people are unemployed. We're setting records for all-time unemployment rates. It's absolutely ridiculous. And it's changed our life. And this is a dangerous thing that's going to affect us far many more years after we've recovered from the actual virus than I think people tend to realize. This sets precedent within your jurisdiction that COVID-19 guidelines are not being enforced, and that you promote the idea that star athletes are above the law in Prosper Place, Texas. When public officials return to work, I'm sure that the mayor will have something to say about this. And this brings me to my last question. If you're Jerry Jones, do you condone this behavior? Or is it time to put the kibosh on Dak? In my opinion, it's time to lay down the hammer. This isn't the first piece of evidence suggesting Dak's lack of responsible decision-making. For the past few weeks, he has been working out with Des Bryant and other people. The photos have been routinely posted to social media following those workouts. Dak has a complete disregard for social distancing, and he doesn't even care to hide it. He's out there putting it on Front Street, all over the internet for everyone to see. Which really makes me scratch my head, because if you're Dak Prescott, you're the franchise quarterback for America's team. You are possibly the most popular quarterback in the NFL today, and you're setting a bad example for people throughout the entire country. And you're making both your organization and the NFL as a league look bad. In my opinion, this behavior must be met with swift action because it's damaging to the Cowboys brand as well as the NFL's. Don't be surprised if Dak Prescott suffers financial fallout from his recent behavior in both endorsement deals and contract payments in the future moving forward, because he's sending the message that he is selfish, irresponsible, and immature. This behavior doesn't warrant reward. There's all kinds of big-time businesses out there promoting safety throughout the coronavirus pandemic. And there's also Jerry Jones out there in a contract dispute with Dak Prescott. Now, he's supposed to be the face of the franchise as quarterback of Dallas Cowboys. Well, ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you, you are not doing the proper things, Dak Prescott, to earn that check. And I wouldn't be surprised if some of your sponsorship deals fall through and those companies end up dropping you, because what you are doing is completely, like I said, selfish, irresponsible, and immature. It's reckless, and this behavior does not warrant reward. That's all I got for today. Thank you for listening to Final Take. Make sure to go follow me on Platform Sports Media's Twitter page, or you can also follow me personally at Michael Scott PSM.